Lumberjackie and Bear
by Miss Mudhar's grade 3 class. Lumberjackie, a wealthy landowner, was chopping down the last great trees of her forest by the sea. She thought about all the riches she would get by selling the timber.
After clearing the land, she thought about becoming wealthier by growing crops of sugarcane, tobacco, and coffee.
Lumberjackie, with her monstrous machine, began to gouge out several trees. The trees fell and made a deep, rumbling sound throughout the forest. All the commotion caused the alarm birds to flutter away in all directions. The frightened animals scrambled to the mountains.
All that remained was the wise old bear that suddenly awoke from the terrifying sound very familiar to him. Bear realized he was the only animal left in the forest.
He walked towards the falling trees and finally met up with Lumberjackie.
"What are you doing?"
asked Bear. "What do you think I'm doing? Can't you see I'm cutting down trees?"
"Why are you cutting them down? Have you no wood for fire?"
"I have plenty of wood for fire."
"Well then, why are you cutting them down? Have you no wood for a home?"
"Of course I have a home. I have a mansion." Lumberjackie looked up at Bear and selfishly replied, "I want to be the richest in the world."
"Don't you care about the trees? All the animals will lose their homes, and you will too."
"Of course I care about the trees. Trees are important for my business. So after I cut them down, I can sell the timber and make lots of money. And after that, I'll clear the land and grow my crops and make more money." Ha 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 ha! Bear was very, very disappointed to hear such selfish words. So before Bear walked away to his cave in the mountains, he left Lumberjackie with a warning.
"Lumberjackie, don't you know? When you cut down trees, the soil will go. You don't need to cut down too many trees. Only one or two will do. Use what you need, if only you knew."
Lumberjackie ignored Bear's advice and continued to cut down trees until the land was bare of trees. She sold the timber and planted her crops on acres and acres of cleared land. The soil was full of nutrients. Soon the crops grew into green, luscious stalks. Lumberjackie didn't know that there was a powerful, swirling, whirling rainstorm coming her way. The storm moved across the sea towards Lumberjackie's land like a spinning top. The furious, strong, howling winds, giant waves, and heavy rain lifted up and washed away all the crops into the sea. There were no trees to hold onto the soil, block the winds, and drain the flooded land. The next morning, Lumberjackie saw her broken land. Lumberjackie cried these words in sorrow. "Greedy was I didn't care. I didn't heed the advice of the bear. I cut down more trees, more than my share. I should have cared about the trees that were there." Food, homes, and beauty is what all creatures need, not power, mansions, or millions of dollars to feed our greed. Trees feed us and nurture us and keep us royal by holding onto our land and soil. Trees help us to feed. Now let's do a good deed. Let's save the trees from people like me and our monstrous machines. Lumberjackie understood that a land without trees is a land dirt poor.